If you can't already tell by the title, the coffee, and my setup, today's video is the second episode of my Lattes with Laura series. I'll leave the first episode linked on the screen now, but also in a short rundown of what it is. Lattes with Laura is basically a Q&A series where I answer your questions and I show you some favourites along the way too. It's all fun and games here. So if you're sitting down on the sofa right now watching this video and you are not drinking a coffee or a hot beverage, then what the hell do you think you're doing? Pause this video, go and make one, bring it back, and let's get cozy. So like before, Chris, my husband, actually chose the questions that I'm gonna be answering today. I haven't looked at them at all, so I'm fresh and ready to go. So let's start with the first question. Travel with a silver lining has just said, hi, just randomly wanted to say hi. Hi. The next question is by Campbell.NKS, and she has asked, hi Laura, I'm terrible at small talk at work events. Do you have any tips? Oh my God, small talk is literally the devil. Small talk is just awkward. I also hate it, but in life, for some reason, we all have to small talk and it sucks. My advice for any sort of small talk, networking, is to ask questions. Now, I'm not the pro at this. I'm definitely not one that goes to events and enjoys them either. Usually people are very happy to kind of talk about themselves, not in a horrible way, just in a, that's obviously what they have to talk about. So asking questions can then lead on to another conversation, which is really good. So for instance, have you got any pets? Yeah, I have a dog. Oh, what kind of dog? I actually have a Shih Tzu. How old are they? 5 months. Do you have a dog? Yes, I have a dog. I also have a Shih. Do you know what I mean? It kind of leads onto a bigger conversation, which takes the small talk through that awkward phase and then into good talk. So yeah, asking questions. That's my tip. Do you know what? That's a really good tip. I'm gonna actually listen to myself a bit more often. Also, I just wanna say, Chris made the best latte art today. He was so proud of it that he literally made me run up the stairs and film this video so that I had a decent coffee to film with. So I'll insert a little clip of it now because he was very, very proud of it. But yeah, it is decaf today because after last latte with Laura, I had like 3 coffees. I was hyper. So yeah, nice decaf today. Tasty. Okay, so next question. Dr. Koala, great name, has asked tips for a happy marriage. Communication. Communicate, talk, don't hide your feelings, don't hide anything, don't cheat. Obviously, jokes aside, communication is key. So yeah, talk it out, just talk. The next question, Ioanna Vo has asked most inspirational Instagram accounts. Now this actually leads me really nicely onto one of my little mini features within this series, and that is my favourite Instagram account of the moment. My husband Chris actually introduced me to this Instagram account and I've been hooked ever since. I absolutely love it. __ niche. And they have 1 million followers. It's a massive account, but the whole account is just basically quotes from famous people. But these quotes are just so good. They really resonate with me. Like pretty much every quote, I read it and I'm like, yeah, that's so true. Or yeah, that's me. And it's just a really good account to follow. It also really stands out because every picture that they have, I don't know if you can see that there, every photo that they upload is actually black and white. So whenever I see it on my feed, I know that it's this account. I think they do it really well. Like I said, they've got 1 million followers, so they're doing something right. This quote I just clicked on is by Patti Smith, and the quote is, put down your cell phones, put everything away and feel your blood pulsing in you. Feel your creative impulse, feel your own spirit, your heart, your mind, feel the joy of being alive and free. And that's the kind of quote, like if I'm scrolling on my feed and that pops up, I actually think, yeah, and I'd put my phone down. So it's a really good account to follow if you like a little hint of inspiration, if you want to break up your Instagram feed. There's loads to get through. But yeah, my favourite Instagram account of the moment is Niche. Ooh, losing my voice already. Okay, so Lucy Cats and Tea has asked, top wedding dress shopping tips. No idea where to go or where to start. Oh, I love a good wedding dress shopping trip. This is just what I did. I don't know if I did it right or if there's a right way to do it, but I literally just looked at some of my local wedding dress shops, and usually you have to book an appointment. And usually when you go into a wedding dress shop, they'll give you like these little rings. They're like little plastic rings. And what you do is you look through all the dresses, and any dress that you like the look of or that catches your attention, you put one of these rings over the hanger. And then what happens is the lady that works there will usually gather all those dresses and you can try them on. Now that is what happened in every single wedding dress shop that I personally went into. Again, it might not always be like that. In terms of trying dresses on, I feel like you need to try on a big range of dresses. Different styles, different colours, different cuts, because you never really know what you're going to suit and what you're going to like. I thought I'd always go for something really floaty and quite big and sparkly, but actually I ended up with more of a fitted dress that was very kind of vintage looking, very lacy, and actually quite a different neckline for me. It was quite a high neckline. I didn't think I'd go for something like that, which is so weird because that was the one that I was like, yes, this is it. I think as long as you try to enjoy it and don't rush into it. If you find a dress that you think is the one, but you've still got a little bit of doubt creeping in, don't buy it. It's not going to be sold out. You can always go back and order it in and try it on again. Don't rush into anything, especially if you're not getting married for a while, because your taste can change too. Also, congratulations. I wish I was getting married again, obviously to Chris, but it's so exciting, and just try to soak it all up and enjoy it because it goes so fast, and once you're married and it's all over, I don't know, it's kind of sad really. It's nice to get married. It's nice to try on nice dresses. I wish I could go and try some more on. So Coral Rose has asked, can you talk a bit about the business side of your blog / YouTube? Business side is something that I've really had to learn and teach myself, because I'm not a business person. I'm not business minded. When it comes to working with brands and the more business side, they'll usually get in touch with me by email, and then I'll go back and ask, oh, I've got hair in my mouth. I'll go back and ask, you know, what kind of content they're after, if there's any advertising rights that they might need, etc, etc. They'll then come back to me and be like, yeah, we want X and we want this and we want that and we want whatever, and then I'll go back with a quote for X amount for what they've asked for. Usually then there's a little bit of to and fro in. I feel like in life you always get knocked down on price quite a lot, so it's kind of like a bidding war in a way. But not eBay, because that is cutthroat. But yeah, so there's a bit of a bidding thing going on. You kind of settle on a price that you're both comfortable with. Then they'll get in touch and send you either over briefs or, you know, all the information that you need, the products that you need to promote. You then film it, take photos of it, and then send it over to them for approval. They'll come back usually with some changes to make. You'll re-edit, make those changes. Sometimes you have to reshoot as well. Then you'll go back and they'll approve it, and then it goes live, and then you invoice it, and then they come back and usually take about a year to pay you. Sometimes quite a few brands at the same time, so it can be quite confusing, it can be quite full on. I do have a little bit of help with it now as well, which is great. But I think the business side is something that just comes with the job. You just kind of pick it up on the way, and yeah, something that I enjoy a little bit more than I thought I would have. But like I said, I'm not a business-minded kind of person, so it's something I've had to pick up along the way quite a lot. Oh, so we've got some Sims behind me. Getting married in the snow, how romantic. Jerry Nikolova has asked, if you could live somewhere else, where would it be? Also, love your new videos, so real. Emoji. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're liking the new videos. And if I could live somewhere else, where would it be? Oh, that's really tricky. I always kind of envision myself living somewhere warm and hot, but that's because it's winter in the UK. So I do kind of picture myself living in some kind of really suburban, beautiful street in America. I've always kind of had that in the back of my mind, but I don't know why, because I've not really been to America very much. I just feel like that whole like suburban, like really wide roads with kind of trees up the side, nice big yard with a swim pool, that's my kind of jam. I think I would suit that quite well. I don't think I'd move there now just because of Trump, and I think it's quite scary, especially with the whole gun culture. I feel like I would be quite a nervous wreck if I did live there. IMNPX has asked, what's your best tip for photographing a wedding? I don't know, there's a few tips that I could give here. Maybe I'll give like 3 tips because I feel like 3 is a good number. So my first tip is stay calm. My second one is if you're looking to be a wedding photographer, but you've never shot a wedding before and you don't know how to kind of get into it, ask some wedding photographers that are local to you. You can kind of shadow them or second shoot for them. That's something that both myself and Chris have done, and it works really, really well. You can see how other photographers work. You can kind of get a gist for how the day goes. And it's just good to have a bit of experience so that when you do photograph your first wedding, you're not going in cold. And third, I said this last week when someone asked about photography tips, but know your camera. Learn the settings, get those settings down, get them right, don't shoot on auto, just learn how to use your camera. So the best of Kelly has asked, not a very deep question, that's fine, we don't always have to be deep, but what is your favourite heat protector for your hair? Oh my gosh, do you know what? At the moment, I'm using one, but I don't really like it. So I actually don't have a favourite heat protect for my hair at the moment. I need to go and have a look like in Boots or Superdrug and pick one up. So if you guys have any favourite heat protects that you like, maybe you guys can help me and Kelly out and leave them in the comments below, because I literally have no idea where to start. Okay, so IMNPX, you've asked another question, you sneaky little thing. She has asked, what shows are you watching at the moment? So at the moment, I'm watching Love Island. Guilty pleasure, but I'm sorry, it's addictive and it's on every night and it's just easy to watch. And I'm also watching This Is Us on Amazon. I'm Amazon Prime member or something, so we can get it on our TV. It's an amazing, amazing series. The storyline keeps you like going, keeps you attracted, I want to say, keeps your attention there. And pretty much every episode makes me cry, not because it's sad, just because it's like, it's really deep and actually really resonates with me. So I really like that. And we just finished watching Sex Education. Great series if you haven't watched it already. It's on Netflix, but it had a terrible ending. A terrible ending. Okay, so Dear Julie has asked, how do you manage your time working from home? This is something, oh sorry, my bra strap's falling down. This is something I actually find quite difficult because I'm really bad at time management. So I will get up, obviously it's a bit difficult now with Bernie, but if we didn't have Bernie at the moment, this is what I would do. So I would get up and come up and work and kind of get stuff done. And then around lunchtime, I dwindle a little bit and I kind of go on YouTube and go on Daily Mail website, don't tell anyone, and I do a little bits and bobs, but then I feel like I'm procrastinating. And then it gets to like late afternoon, end of the day, and I'm like, damn it, I haven't done anything today. However, now that we have Bernie, I feel like actually they're getting a little bit better because I have to be better with my time. So when Bernie's having a little sleep, that's when I can film or I can get on with my work. And because I know I might not get that time again later on, because obviously he needs to go for walks and he needs a little bit of attention every now and then, I have to get stuff done when I have to do it. And actually having Bernie has really, really helped in that way. Rach EB1 has asked, sweet or savoury? Can I say both? I like food, so both. Jules Potts has asked, how much do you love your mum? This is my mum. Quite a lot actually, mum, but thanks for asking. I hope that has answered your question and you can now be at peace with how much you are loved. Pammy83 has asked, what is your next house renovation project and will you do a house tour once all done? Woo! The bathrooms. So we have 3 bathrooms in this house, or 3 toilets in this house. So we're super lucky to have such a wide selection of where we want to pee. But the ensuite I don't think has been decorated since early 80s, 1980s, because it's just horrible. It's not been looked after and it's pretty gross, to be honest. We've got our builder coming in to sort it all out. We've bought all the things and bits and bobs off Victoria Plumbing because they had a sale on, which was good timing. So that's the next one. We've also got a downstairs toilet, which when we moved in, it was leaking. So we ripped the whole thing out, and my lovely dad is going to help renovate that. So the 2 rooms that we're doing next really aren't stuff that we can do, it's stuff that we need to pay for, and obviously doing anything like that is super expensive. But we did start the hallway last year. We're going to try and finish that off as well before weddings start. When it comes to a house tour, I don't think I'm going to do like a walk around house tour, but I will do like tours of the individual rooms. I keep saying that I'm going to do an office tour, which I will be. I'm just waiting for a few of extra bits of furniture to come that are being a bit slow and a bit delayed. Once they come, I will do a office tour, and I already have a living room / lounge tour, which I will leave on the screen now if you want to go and check that out as well. Okay, so I feel like we need to interrupt the questions for a bit of downtime. So we're going to do what's on my lips. So if you watched my beauty testing video recently, it'll become no surprise to you that my lipstick of the day is this by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Pillow Talk lipstick, and that's what I've got on my lips today. Like I mentioned in that video, I absolutely love this lipstick. It's a really nice kind of neutral nude shade with a bit of pink in it, a bit of brown in it, and I just feel like it's really nice for more of a paler complexion, and it just goes with whatever I've got on my face. So yeah, that is what I'm wearing on my lips today. Sorry that I'm repeating myself, but it is actually what I have on, so what can a girl do? Okay, so Leah Clinton has asked, any tips on hair that has dry ends but trying to grow the length? Okay, so yes, because I also suffer with that. So if you've got hair that's short like mine and the ends are dry, which happens, sometimes it's actually good to go and have a little trim, even though you're trying to grow your hair. I know it seems stupid, but actually having the ends trimmed off does sometimes make your hair grow a bit quicker. And also what I use on the ends of my hair when it's a little bit dry, especially at night time, is get a really good hair oil. So Moroccan oil, do a really good oil, and you can also get kind of creamier oils. I've got one here. I actually used this morning, so I've got it handy. This is the Lee Stafford Argan Oil from Morocco. It's ultra hydration lotion, and this is kind of like a white lotion, so it's not like an oil, and it doesn't make your hair feel as like greasy and oily. This is really good. So today my hair's gone a bit dry where I've curled it, so I just literally put it in my hands and then scrunch it on the ends like this, and it makes the ends look less dry and feel less dry as well. Hopefully you can still buy this, because I've actually had this for quite a while now. If you can, I'll leave it linked below. But like I said, Moroccan oil, do a really good oil that's perfect for the ends. And if you don't want to put it on during the day because it might make your hair look a bit greasy, do it at night time. So overnight, put some oil on the ends and stick your hair up and then wash it in the morning. So to finish up this video, I think we need to do a beauty product of the week. So this is more of a skincare product, but one that I've been using for for my whole life, I think. For years and years and years and years. And it's one that's not very glamorous, it's not very attractive, but it's affordable, it works. And I realized the other day when I was putting it on my face, actually, I've used this product for so long now that I need to talk about it. So it's this. It's the Simple Skincare Kind to Skin Replenishing Rich Moisturizer. Do you know what, guys? For a moisturizer, this is so damn good. I think it's like £4 or £5. Sometimes it's on offer, and when it's on offer, I pick up. I mean, I've got 4 here because this one's brand new as well, and I've got 1 in my makeup drawer and 1 in my bedtime drawer. So I've got 6. That's how much I love them. As soon as they're on offer, my mum will pick up some for me, I'll pick up some for me, and they're just great. So yeah, I mean, it's just a really good moisturizer. It moisturizes my skin, which is the main point of a moisturizer, obviously, but it works. It moisturizes my skin, it doesn't break me out, it's great under makeup, but it's also great during the days when I don't have makeup on. I feel like it's actually really good at night time. So at the moment I have a few kind of under the skin spots on my head, and I feel like it's because the moisturizer I was testing out was too heavy for my skin. So I've gone back to these, and already today I can really notice that they've gone down quite a lot. So yeah, it's just a really great moisturizer. And do you know what, guys? The best thing about it is it's affordable, it's cheap, it's not like 30 quid, and it lasts for so long as well. So I had to mention this. I know it's not that exciting or interesting, but we're being real here, and I'm gonna put this back in the box to put in my stock cupboard. Because if I ran out of that or they discontinued it, I think my life would be over. So that's why I've got 6. Just saying. I've actually not finished my coffee yet. But I just wanted to say as well, anyone that knows what this is in the background on my desktop, leave it down below, because I quite like having a little video playing there, and every week I'm gonna do something different. So if you know what it is today, leave it down below in the comments. So guys, that is my second Lattes with Laura finito. That actually went really fast. I feel like I zoomed through those questions. But if you have a burning question you've just got to ask me, your life depends on it, then pop it down below in the comments, or you can pop over to my Instagram stories, and the day before I film, I'll pop a little Instagram story up and you can ask me on there, because I think it's just generally easier for you guys as well. But yeah, thank you so much to those of you that sent in questions. I absolutely love like connecting with you a little bit, and it feels really, really nice to answer the questions that you ask me. And as always, I really, really appreciate you coming and watching this video and you tuning in. It means so much to me, so thank you so much. I will see you in my next video. Have a lovely day and enjoy that coffee. Bye.